the gumbo? You're listening to Cajun Sports Radio, hosted by the Cajun himself, Lane. Smell the gumbo? You're listening to Cajun Sports Radio.
Welcome to Cajun Sports Radio, Sunday, the 10th of February edition of 2013. We are glad to have you here as we have started a whole nother journey into this show. It is our first Sunday without football in a while. Well, actually, we didn't have football this Sunday between the Super Bowl, but still, football is a long way away, and we move into other sports, but this is still a football-based show, and we have a lot of topics to cover for you tonight, and let's welcome in my co-host, Coyote Bruyette. What's going on?
Hey, my boy. What's going on that old Sunday evening?
Working some basketball in today. I watched we watched some of that first game together.
Yeah.
We watched the Knicks and the Clippers. That was a good one. And then I watched the Lakers and the Heat. And then tonight we got San Antonio, Brooklyn. We'll keep an eye on. So NBA gets its first big day, basically, Dad.
Right. Right.
We start to kind of get involved in that. The college basketball world, you don't want to be number one. Every time a team is number one, they fall.
Yep.
It's been home court this year, Dad, in college basketball. It's been look at right now, Duke. They're playing on the road right now. In fact, I'll tell you who they're playing. And
Kansas, huh?
No, it's an ACC game.
Okay.
They're playing on the road, and if they win, they said just now on ESPN that they're going to be number one, but they're struggling.
Right.
Who are they playing? Look, right here, I'm looking at it. But bottom line is that they were winning, but they're going on the road. They're playing Boston College. They're only up by 3 with 14 minutes left. But they're on the road, and that's the thing.
Hit and miss, there,
it's hit and miss.
Yeah.
Indiana gets a big win on the road today. We watched some of that together on CBS.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's like if you got to go on the road, it's been tough. It's been that type of year this year.
Yep. It's tough.
You've been in some of them environments. You're big on basketball. The college game. How much of a difference can it make that home court? How?
Oh, Lane, a big difference. I'm gonna tell you how. I'm gonna tell you the difference between like a home when they playing home. When you're playing football, the stadium is so big. You know what I mean? So you could, everybody, still hollering. But when you play in a home basketball game, they have that student body that sits right there. You know what I mean? It's a lot different. It's so much smaller, and you got it's called a student section. And like when me and you would go to the game, how they're so loud, and it just makes a whole big difference because of the noise. It might sound stupid, but I'm telling you, how they always do that. You know what I mean? It's the noise.
Well, it doesn't sound stupid at all because there's got to be a reason why every big college basketball game is played in a neutral location. You notice that?
Yeah.
Every big college basketball game has got to be played in a neutral location. It's all of your conference tournaments.
That's right. That's why.
It has to make a huge difference. And we've been seeing all these good you don't want to be number one. Like I said, we've watched these number ones go on the road during the week and struggle. LSU beat a good team at home the other night. Marquette, wasn't it? Didn't they beat Marquette?
Yeah, number 17.
And it was Marquette, wasn't it?
No, it was Maryland.
Maryland, okay, yeah.
Yeah, number 17 ranked.
And it just, that's the type of deal it makes. By the way, the rankings, we're not going to discuss rankings because it is all messed up. The rankings come out on Monday in college basketball. And right now, like I said, even if you lose, like for instance, Indiana's listed as number one, but they're not going to be number one come tomorrow because they lost Thursday night. They got upset by Illinois. Well, let's get into brass tacks, and this is a local-based show, and we had a couple of big things happen this week in our neck of the woods in the football world, and it involves coordinators. The first one, and I could not wait to discuss this with you. It was a story all week. You actually broke it to me. When was it? Friday you broke this to me. You sent me a text message on this. Saints hire Rob Ryan, and it wasn't official at the time, but it was pretty much a done deal.
Yep.
And honestly, and now it is a done deal. Honestly, what is he bringing? Is this what do you think of this move now?
I'm kind of shocked, Darlene. I'm shocked on this move. I wouldn't have never thought that. But, here we go again with Sean Payton. I'm not going to buck him. So, I really don't know, Lane. I'll be honest with you. I just don't know. He knows something that we don't know.
Well, the thing is, I'm going to say this about Sean Payton. You look at the last three defensive coordinators he's hired. All big. He must like hiring big names. All of them were big names. Greg Williams, Spagnolia, and Rob Ryan. Thing is, I don't know. Something. I'm guessing he's going to help with the 3-4. I can tell you this. We can't go anywhere but up. That's one thing. We were last. We can't go anywhere but up. So he will improve something. But I was wanting that young or that
I did too.
Unnamed college coach that was hungry.
That's what I wanted.
He just got fired out of Dallas, and when he got fired out of this is how cocky he is. He's just as cocky as his brother, maybe worse. Him and his brothers are twins. He said when he got fired from Dallas, Dad, that he would get a job in 5 minutes. Well, it took longer than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then today he puts a statement out and saying that he was shocked that the Cowboys fired him.
I don't like the move. Not at all. You might be eating my words later. I'll say, well, he did it. We did a good job hiring him, but I'm just shocked. I'm like you. I wanted that young, no name, someone young coming there. I don't know. I would have never guessed it, Lane. Never.
And you want to know why Sean likes to bring in these big names? Like I told you months ago, I've told you this a long time ago, Sean Payton does not want to have to get involved with the defense. He hands the keys over. He's going to hand the keys to the defense to Rob. Mm-hmm. Now, there's one thing that I like about the Rob Ryan move. He is a player's coach. He's like his brother. They're both the type of coaches that like to communicate with their players and take ideas from their players and stuff. Something that Spagnolia didn't want to do. He didn't want to take ideas.
That's what I think. Say completely opposite.
Yeah, Spagnolia didn't want to do that. And I could see Sean. That Sean acts. Do you think Sean acts guys like Vilma and key guys on the defense? I would think so.
Oh, definitely. That's why I just said, like, I'm not going to bump what Sean Payton, if he brought him in, there's a reason what we don't know. You know what I mean? He wouldn't brought him in. So, again, we look at it from the sidelines. He's looking at it more than that. Like you say, he did talk to Vilma. He just didn't bring her in, believe me.
And here we go. We have some statements. Saints applaud the hiring of hiring Rob Ryan. It didn't take long for Saints linebacker Jonathan Vilma to weigh in on his thoughts. Vilma, who has mostly been quiet this offseason, this and that. I think Rob Ryan is a real good hire for us. What do you guys think, good or bad? And that's Vilma. He's the leader of this defense. He was one of the guys who did not like Spagnuolo or Spagnolia's system.
Right.
He liked Greg Williams, of course.
And going back to Greg Williams real quick, he could go back coaching.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they did. You're right. And it looks like he's going to end up in Tennessee. Actually, no, he did end up in Tennessee.
And today, that's what I need to tell you. And I knew I forgot to tell you.
Yeah, he did end up
but
in
you
Tennessee.
already knew, probably. But I read that yesterday, that Williams is back.
Yeah.
He can't go coach.
Well, he he got hired by Tennessee. So,
okay. I didn't know that.
And he made a statement during the week saying that he apologized. I don't know if you heard about that. During the week, he did apologize for his for the bounty and everything.
Oh, he's gonna say he could do whatever.
Of course,
he can say or do to get back in. He's just a good defensive coordinator.
And I know a lot of us wanted him out of the door after that San Francisco game last year.
Yeah.
But
anyway, so he's going to Tennessee. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he ended up in Tennessee. And bottom line is...
real quick, Lane. I hate to cut in front of you like this. Talk about Tennessee. Dooley. He going to the Dallas Cowboys.
Really?
Yep. I wanted Friday. Ryan Cruz told me that. He went to Tech. Ricky's boy, he said, did you hear? So, about Dooley. I said, no. He's going to be he's something with the Dallas Cowboys.
Let's see here. He's going to be a wide receivers coach. Wide receivers coach.
Okay. Yep.
So, good move for him, and that is still a drop from what he had, but at least he's coaching. He's coaching. Another thing I want to report, the Saints did hire an assistant special teams coach this week, too. Stan Kwan was the other coaching hire that we made. So now, we start this offseason. We start looking, at free agent moves. We start looking at trades. We start looking at... Now the Saints are going to move in now to a 3-4 defense. Now, for sure we're in that all-season, mentality.
Right.
But I guess we got to, I don't know, I would like to wonder if things would have been different for Spagnuolo under different conditions, you know what I mean? He was,
if
in
Sean
different
would have been there?
situations. Yeah, if situations would have been different, with him. So it makes you wonder. But bottom line is we needed him this year, Spagnuolo, and he didn't step up for us. You know what I mean? We needed him this year, really, really bad. And if the players
we needed all the help we could get.
I've said this on multiple occasions. I know I sound like a broken record, like you like to say, but if the players don't buy into you and don't want to play for you, when the players said all that stuff, I knew he was out the door. If they don't buy into what you're doing, and you said it months ago, that there was something wrong with that locker room, something didn't seem right, and you were right,
Yeah.
You were definitely
I hate
right.
to see old Chase Daniel go, but I knew that was coming. He's done. He's gone.
Oh, I didn't even know about that. What happened with that?
No, he wants, he's a good quarterback. He wants to play, man.
Oh, he's not going yet.
No, but he wants to. Yeah. He's telling, he wants to go.
Well, the reason why he's going to want to be a free agent is he's going to want to have the opportunity to start somewhere, or have an opportunity to have a chance, and wants the opportunity to make more money. The Saints aren't going to probably pay him what he wants.
Well, that's what they're saying. The salary this off season, they probably ain't gonna give it to him. But look, Chase, that's a good quarterback, yeah.
Well, we constantly praise Chase Daniels as Saints fans. Everybody does. And I just want to go ahead and say it right here, right now. There is a big difference in what you see in preseason than what, you know what I mean? I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. I'm not saying he's good. I'm just saying we automatically all think that Chase Daniels is good. You know, I hear that all the time. Oh, we have one of the best backup quarterbacks in the league. Hold on. That's preseason. He's going against backups. He's, what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean,
but Lane, do you think he could start anywhere else?
I think there's a possibility maybe he can compete to start somewhere else. You know what I mean? I mean that's something that'd be hard.
Lane? How old's Chase? Ballpark. You don't have to be complete. How old do you think he is?
Mid-20s, mid to late 20s.
Okay. He's ready to make a move.
Yeah, and you don't blame him. In fact,
I don't blame him at all.
I mean,
DeLone, he made a move, and he went Stark for Carolina. Remember that?
He's 26.
And went to the Super Bowl.
Right. He's 26. He did. He definitely did. But the thing is, we knew what DeLone had, because DeLone came in for the Saints.
Yeah.
We knew what we had with DeLone, and he did say, during the season that he thinks he's ready to be a starter. He's 26 years old, so he's in the prime of his.
Oh, that's what I say.
And what helps him is he played under Drew Brees. He played under a future Hall of Famer.
That's right. That makes a big, big difference. Mm-hmm. Now, I can't say that. I want to laugh. I can't say that about DeLone. Who's the starting quarterback that lane when DeLone was there?
That would be a Mr. Aaron Brooks and Jeff Blake. He did play behind Jeff Blake.
Yeah, so I can't. But anyway, it's just funny.
Yes, it definitely is. Aaron Brooks currently. Yeah. Aaron Brooks currently in the real estate business. For those of you wanting to know, but bottom line here is we bring in a new face for the defense. We gotta hope for something better. And Sean Payton, I don't know if I'm just seeing this from a distance, from the way he does his interviews, from the stuff that I'm seeing. Man, Sean Payton means business this year, doesn't he? He didn't come back for He didn't just come back for money. He means business this season. No. He first thing, he loves New Orleans. He loves the fans. He said, you know what I mean. I know they don't look at money no more. I know they do. Yeah, well they look at money. Yeah,
they do look at money. I know they do. It's a business. Mm-hmm. But the people love him, man. Hello?
Yep. Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay.
Yeah,
they love
definitely
him.
Right.
New Orleans loves him.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a good coach, man. He brought us to the Super Bowl. That does make a big difference. But he's.
Well, I read
making a statement.
I read something that to me makes he's coming up. It was somebody posted this, I think, it was an article in New Orleans. By the way, for all of your Saints news, I got to give them credit. A lot of the Saints stuff I get, me and Dad and I have been getting from this site for years. SaintsReport.com. You're not going to get a better site. I got to give them credit. Really good website.
Yeah.
Really good site.
Yeah, because there's just like Ty Graham, going back to the defensive coordinator that they were looking at. They said on ESPN that he had withdrawn his name. That's not that he withdrew it. That was a set deal that they were going to hire Ron. You know that.
Right, and it was just iron some stuff out. But what I was getting to is I read on NOLA.com that Sean Payton is bringing back his 2006 mindset. Those of Saints fans know that 2006 was his first year. Remember his first year, he was out to prove something. In a way, Dad, it's just like another part of his career. He had a year off. He's having a comeback. He feels like he's forgotten, and which we know he wasn't. But he's going to be hungry. And like I said, if we don't have a good year this year, barring health or anything like that, if something happens to where we don't have a good year, I think we're in trouble for the future. I really do. I don't know why. I have a feeling that we have to make a statement this year.
Yeah,
that's just the way I feel.
Definitely. We got to put all this behind us and all these rumors, and we got to get out there next year, Lane. And I hate to say it, we signed that big contract, and we didn't have a coach this year, but like you say, we got to do something this year. All this depends. You know what I mean? It all got to do something. This is the year. I don't hear play home Super Bowl and all this. We need to do something this year.
I agree. I definitely agree. And tell you what, you have any more on this topic here with the coordinator or anything like that?
No.
Okay, let's tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a break. We have all off season to talk this. We're going to take a break, come back, talk some LSU. LSU's got a possible new coordinator coming. We'll talk some recruiting. And then we got the world-famous Yode's Corner coming on the way. You're listening to Cajun Sports Radio and the music. Mardi Gras is coming up, so that's why the Mardi Gras music is in the background. Thanks for listening. We'll be back in a second.
Smell the gumbo? You're listening to Cajun Sports Radio. Truck on down with the mambo swing, the Mardi Gras mambo, 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 Mardi Gras mambo, 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 Mardi Gras mambo, down in New Orleans. It takes a cool cat to blow a horn on the South and Rampart Street. The combos play with the mambo beat. The Mardi Gras mambo, 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 Mardi Gras mambo.